Hey guys, Tom here from Rebel Elite Fitness, and today we are going to talk barbells. Barbells, this is a product that we find in most gyms. It's something you will probably use every single day if you are doing some strength training. Great product, very long lasting. Today we're going to run through 4 of the RBEL barbells that we supply. We're going to tell you a little bit about the differences, and we're going to tell you why all barbells are not made equal. So the bars we're going to be looking at today are the WOD Bar 2.1 20 kg. Everything we tell you about this bar will transfer to the WOD Bar 2.1 15 kg. We're also going to have a look at the WOD Bar 2.0 15 kg. We're going to look at the Rebel Elite Fitness Powerlifting Bar, and then we're also going to have a look at the Rebel Elite Fitness Safety Bar, something a lot of you might not have seen, but is really versatile. Okay, so let's start with the sleeve. Probably one of the most important parts of the barbell, particularly for Olympic lifting bars, is how does it spin and what is your sleeve made out of. So with all of our RBEL bars, you will see that they have a silver sleeve. These are all chrome coated. We once upon a time supplied a black sleeve, which looks really cool, but we found that that product doesn't last. Scratches really easy, so not something you want in a high use environment, and barbells, as we all know, are high use. So your sleeve is what allows your barbell to spin, and different bars have different bearing configurations or bushing configurations, which allow them to spin differently for their different purposes. So starting with the WOD Bar 2.1 and the WOD Bar 2.0, the specs on these bars are almost exactly the same. The main difference is on the sleeve of the 2.1, we have a silicone band which denotes the bar as either a 15 or a 20 kg bar. This can be very useful in a CrossFit box or a gym where you have a lot of people running and grabbing bars at the same time. It just allows people to really know what's happening or what they're looking at. Okay, both of these barbells are fitted with 10 needle bearings and 2 brass bushings. This allows for a really good spin, so that when we are doing any Olympic lifting, it allows those plates to move so you can be really dynamic in that movement. So very important for these 2 barbells, because they have been designed for use in Olympic lifting movements. The next bar we're going to go to is your powerlifting bar, which is designed for your standard powerlifting movements, so squatting, pressing and deadlifting. In those movements, a little bit less dynamic, those plates don't need to move as much. So in this barbell we are fitted, you'll see it doesn't spin as well as the Olympic lifting bars, but this is fitted with 4 graphite bushings and 2 brass bushings. Okay, and then we go down to our safety barbell, which is used for squatting. So those plates need to move very, very little. So what we have here is just 2 brass bushings and 2 ball bearings. So you see not a lot of spin on that bar, less on that, and then a hell of a lot of spin on that Olympic bar. Obviously, if you've got a bar that just has brass bushings in it, depending on the rest of the spec, it will be a cheaper bar. Our bars that we sell for Olympic lifting are all 10 needle bearings, and that's what makes the difference. The next part of the bar we're going to talk about is the shaft. So on the 20 kg barbells, the shaft diameter is 28 millimeter. On our 15 kg barbells, the diameter is 25 millimeter. So 99% of the time, ladies are using the 15 kilogram barbell, so a smaller diameter to allow them to grip the barbell better. Our Rebel Elite Fitness Powerlifting Barbell is built to IPF standard, so it is the standard diameter. This barbell is 28, and then what we have at the bottom is the safety barbell. This, because we're not using that shaft, is a 30 millimeter diameter, so thicker than all of the other barbells. So now, very important is the tensile strength of your barbell, and that is determined by the type of steel we use. So we use sprung steel. Sprung steel is very important in barbell configuration because it allows that bar to bend. Yes, bars do bend. It allows it to bend and then come back to its old configuration, which is a straight bar. And that's what we're looking for in barbells. If your tensile strength isn't strong enough, what will happen is that bar will bend and then remain bent. So for our top 3 bars, the WOD Bar 2.1, the 2.0, and the powerlifting bar, these are all rated for the 15 kg bars, 190,000 PSI, and for the 20 kg bars, 200,000 PSI. Okay, powerlifting bar, 190,000 PSI. And then what we have at the bottom is our safety barbell. Now this is a steel barbell, okay, with a chrome coating. Okay, so not very malleable, won't bend and return to shape as well as your top 3 bars. And that'll be reflected in the price and the use of the barbell. We're not dumping this bar or anything like that, so there's no need to be using sprung steel. All of these bars you'll see have a slightly different knurl, particularly the top 2 and the markings, the knurl rings on your barbell. Okay, the most important is the powerlifting bar. This knurl ring denotes how far you can move your arms out for bench, and in the powerlifting barbell, our knurl is very aggressive. Okay, and that aggressiveness changes slightly through the bar. Okay, you'll also find the powerlifting bar has a center knurl, and this helps when we're squatting to keep that bar on the back. The Olympic lifting bars you'll find do not have a center knurl, as we find this can often scrape your throat in the clean or the pressing positions. So we've removed that to just make it easier for everyday use. You'll see that the Olympic lifting bars have 2 knurls. They've got the same as the powerlifting bar, and then they've got another knurl for Olympic lifting. Let's talk about the thing that we most get asked in the industry is, what do I use it for and what load can I put on these barbells? So the 2.1 bar is rated to 600 kilograms. So you can put a bucket load of weight on this. The 2.0 and 2.1 15 kg bar is rated to 400 kilograms. Now these 2 bars we suggest for general use in your CrossFit box, for Olympic lifting, for any of that sort of movement. Those are the 2 bars that you're gonna wanna select. They are gonna last a hell of a long time. They're very durable. We discussed the 10 needle bearings, so they spin really well. Great products for your everyday use. Then we're gonna talk about the powerlifting barbell. This is rated to 900 kg. Okay, so that tells you a little bit about something. This bar is used to lift heavy. Okay, so in a powerlifting environment, this is the bar you're gonna wanna use. Great for deadlifting, squatting, bench press. It is designed, purpose-built to move heavy loads. You've got a nice aggressive knurl, which is gonna help you grip, particularly in the deadlift. So a great bar for powerlifting. And then last but not least, our RBEL safety bar. This is rated to 317 kgs. Yes, very specific. It's because we test it and we know that's what that barbell is rated to. Obviously a steel shaft, so it's not sprung steel and can't hold as much weight. You'll see in the RBEL safety bar that it has a nice little cage over here and some arms. So this allows you to put that bar on your shoulders, okay, and get into a nice safe position when you're squatting. So if you're struggling with limited mobility, you're not great under the bar, you can't get your arms back when you're squatting, this is the product you're going to use, because we're not putting additional strain on the back. Also, if you're falling forward in the squat a lot, this barbell is going to help you keep an upright position when you're squatting and allow you to build strength even if you have limited mobility. So guys, there we have it. 4 of our most popular RBEL Elite Fitness barbells. I hope this has been informative. Check it out on the on the online store and start your fitness journey with the most versatile product we have, the barbell.